Most lead magnets work like this. Someone fills out a form and they get the same generic PDF emailed to them. But what if I told you there's a way to instantly personalize that lead magnet so that every subscriber gets a unique version without needing MailChimp, MailerLite, or any other email service provider, only using one form? And the best part, it's completely automated. Let me show you how. With a simple form submission, I can dynamically generate a personalized PDF, save it to Google Drive, and email it all within seconds using SureTriggers. Let's break it down. So here is my form that I'm using for our multiple lead magnet generation. I don't know what else to call it. And in this example, I'm using SureForms, but you could probably use any WordPress form plugin, WP Forms or what have you. I'm just asking for 3 key things, right? So I'm asking for first name, email address, and what type of report, in this case, that they want to download. Over on the right-hand side, you have confirmation, and I just put in a simple thank you. An email with the report you selected is coming to your inbox. I do receive a notification that someone has filled out and this is the SureForms free version. Okay, so very simple. Then from the form creation, I took the shortcode that comes with it and put it into a simple page. Multi-lead gen test form, very creative. And here is the form itself on the browser. So let me go ahead and fill out this form quickly, and I'll show you the email that a subscriber receives. We'll select email marketing report and click on submit. Here's our simple thank you message that we receive. Now let's go over to the email and show you what that looks like. Here's our email. It says howdy. And using personalization, here's your email marketing report, using personalization in the email itself. And then there's a link to download. If I click here to download, it's going to open up a PDF and it's going to be dynamically inserting our first name here, as well as at the very bottom of our report here, a coupon code that's auto-generated for this user to enroll and take 25% off the price of our email marketing course. So let's head over to SureTriggers and I'll show you how all of this works. If you're not familiar with SureTriggers, they all start with a trigger, and then from the trigger, you can use actions. So our trigger in this case is the form submitted. So if we open up our SureTriggers trigger here, you can see that we've used the app SureForms here. The event is form submitted, and it is a connection to my WordPress website. And then on the configuration tab, we are simply selecting the form that we want to use as the trigger. Simple enough, right? Once we get form data here, our next step here, and one that I chose, is path. Now, path is a premium feature, so if you're using the free version of SureTriggers, you'll need to upgrade. What path allows us to do, and it is visually appealing here, is it allows us to filter out what report they are selecting. So in path A, they're selecting the email marketing report. Path B, social media marketing report. Path C, the digital marketing report. Path A is the one that I've completed here. We'll follow the steps along and I'll show you how this all works. If the filter contains email marketing, I am optionally adding the subscriber to MailerLite, in this case, into a subscriber group called Email Marketing Report. At some point in the future, you could use an email service provider to email them with some type of automation, or at least target them based on the report that they've downloaded, right? The next step is to auto-generate that coupon code that's going to be dynamically inserted into our report. So how does this work? So if we click on create coupon here, and you could use WooCommerce as well, the event is to create a coupon, and our connection is to our SureCart that's associated with our WordPress website, okay? And then on the configuration tab is where you add in all your options for your coupon. You have to give it a unique name, and then you can do other options like limiting the amount of how many times it can be used, if it can only be used for one product versus the entire store, how long the duration lasts, is limit per coupon, all that good stuff. We've left blank the promotion code. That's how it gets auto-generated. Right. Next step, and this is where the magic starts to happen with our dynamically personalized report. So what happens next is, now that we've got form data and we've got our coupon, we can then create a document based on a document that's in Google Docs. So we've got our app as Google Docs. Our event is to create a document from template, and our connection is to my Google Docs. Okay? Under the configuration tab, we are selecting the document that I created called Email Marketing Report. Now, if I open that up here, if I scroll up to the top, you'll see here that I've got curly bracket, first name, and curly bracket. That is where that field first name is going to go. Now, it doesn't matter what you call your field here. You could call it F name, whatever you think you need to call it to you know what it is. But as long as it's in curly brackets, it'll be interpreted as a dynamic field. And if we scroll down to the bottom here, you'll see also that I've got the same thing in the coupon right here. Okay? So those are dynamically getting added to our report on the fly. So that's our email marketing report. So we've selected that as our document. We're giving it a unique name, and that is the person's first name, email marketing report. And then for the document's location, we're putting it into a folder called reports. And then here is your fields that are coming in. So here's first name and coupon. So we have to associate data that's in SureTriggers, in this case, the form and the coupon, and associate it into those fields that are in our report. So how do we do that? Well, you just hit the @ symbol here to get access to your data. And then all I did was I scrolled down to where it says data first name, and that's going to be our first name, okay? And then for the coupon code, I did the same thing, @ symbol, scroll down until you're under the SureCart options, pop that open, and then scroll down until you see code right here. It'll say code, and then you just click that and it'll insert the code there, okay? That's how our data is dynamically getting inserted into our reports. So that's create document from template. Our next step is to turn that document into a PDF automatically. So how do we do that? Well, we've got to do something called download document in Google Docs. So again, we're using the app Google Docs. Our event is download document. Our configuration tab, we have something here called document ID. What the heck is that? Well, the document ID is the ID from the document that you created in the previous step. So that create document from template, this step right here, it automatically creates an ID for that document. So we want to grab that document in our configuration tab and convert it in content type here to a PDF document. So again, how do we get the data? We just hit that @ symbol again. And under our previous step, create document from template, you'll see here that there's that document ID. You simply click on that and we'll add it to our document. Okay. Now, if we go under the test tab, you'll see here that SureTriggers automatically creates a PDF that's hosted on Amazon. And so this is the URL right here. And that's going to be important in the next step because we want to take the file here that's on Amazon and put it back into our Google Drive and then send that Google Drive URL out to our subscriber. You could probably just send them this file URL. I don't see a problem with that, but for us, we can convert that and have them download it directly from our Google Drive. So here's our next step, adding that PDF, the SureTriggers Amazon AWS link into a local PDF into our Google Drive. So our app is Google Drive. The event is uploading the file. So we're taking the file from Amazon AWS SureTriggers and putting it into our Google Drive folder. Our connection is to Google Drive. Then on the configuration tab, we're adding it to a folder called Files under the parent folder PDFs. And then here is that file URL that's auto-generated by SureTriggers. So how do we get that file? Again, we hit the @ symbol to get access to our data. And under the download document, our last step, you'll see here that's the file URL right there. You just click on that and it will add it into the file URL option. And then the file name, again, is using the person's first name and then email marketing report. Our final step in all of this is to send the actual email. So if we take a look at that, I'm using Gmail or Google Workspace to send the email. So I've made a connection to my Google Workspace email address. And under the configuration tab, the to field is from the form data. So again, we just hit that @ symbol to get access to the data. And then the from name and from email address is hard coded in there. And then the subject line, I've got some dynamic elements from the form data. So howdy, first name, here is your blank, and then this data field here inserts the report that they've selected. And then in the email itself, it just says howdy, and then again, I'm inserting the first name. Here again is and then it automatically puts in the report that they've requested from the form data. And if you have any questions, feel free to click reply to this email. And then where it says click here to download, I put in a dynamic link to the Google Drive PDF, okay? And then I would do that for each path. So if I go into the history of our workflow here, I'll show you again what is going on with this. So user submits a form. In this case, they've selected path A, which is the email marketing form. They are optionally added to MailerLite. Don't have to have that step if you don't want it. Then a coupon is auto-generated. And then the next step is based on the form data, in this case, first name and the auto-generated coupon. Both of those fields are dynamically inserted into our Google Doc. Then our Google Doc is transformed into a PDF. Then we take that PDF and put it into a folder file structure inside our Google Drive. And then we dynamically insert the link to that file in an email that we send out to the subscriber. And that's it. In just a few clicks, we've set up an automation that delivers dynamic, personalized lead magnets without relying on any email service provider. If you found this helpful, hit like and subscribe for more automation tips. Got questions? Drop them in the comments. I'll be happy to help where I can, and I'll see you in the next video.